let's talk about how we're going to get to your bottom line,
Okay.
and then we'll work on this number a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay with that?
Right.
Okay, so let's just say, let's play this out. If you were to get the 230, which is questionable in my mind, but let's just go ahead and play it out. You wouldn't net 230, correct? There'd be some other costs associated, right? When you get paid $1,000 on your paycheck, you don't take home $1,000.
Well, there'd be commissions, but
Okay, well,
I
let's
didn't
just write it
throw
out.
my commissions in.
Well, let's just play it out the regular way, and then if you get added profit, that's great.
Okay.
So what happens when you bring it to market? What disappears from you? Commissions you just mentioned, so let's write that out.
Okay, commissions,
Let's just use a full 6%
okay.
for sake of our discussion, and if you happen to grab some of that, I'm happy for you.
All right, so that's 13.8
Okay.
in commissions.
So 6% over here, please.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're netting down to what you might actually get. Okay. On top of that, might we pay some other things? This happens to be a first-time buyer neighborhood, so most of the buyers are going to use FHA financing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, this would have to be FHA, I would think.
Okay. And since it's not a condominium, I'm not worried about if it's an FHA complex or not. It's a single family, so
Okay.
we're good there. Might they want some buyer credit to help them get in?
Yeah, the other one I did have to give concessions.
And how much was that?
6,000.
Okay, so let's just, if we could duplicate that, it's typically 3% is what they're asking for.
Okay.
So let's just put 3% in there
All right, so 3%
of their purchase price.
concessions.
Right, buyer concessions for their loan costs, whatever. So let's just take that off. What do we have left?
Well, that gives me 210.
By the way, Rich, let me back up for a minute. What do you think you're going to make on this successful flip that you're about to do?
Well, I thought there was a $40,000 spread there, and I
Here,
didn't.
let's write that over here in red and circle
Okay.
that. Do it in red, if you will. That's our goal.
What's the interest?
Now, just circle 40.
Okay.
50, okay. All right.
It grew. That's all right.
So that's the goal. Okay,
Well, I
this will
know
be
I
a
have
pretty
some
good.
expenses, but it's got to be close, right?
Oh, I'm sure it is. Let's just find out. I'm sure it is. I'm sure we're going to get really close. Okay, cool. So out of this, might they want you to pay some title and escrow in addition to giving them some credits? Isn't that your neighbor?
I think so,
How's
yes.
How's that handled in this county?
Usually we just figure around 2% for that.
Okay, so this is going to be a normal retail transaction. Let's figure that in.
All right, so 2%
It's going to
title,
disappear, yeah, title and escrow.
title and escrow, so that's $4,000.
Money we'll never see, right?
So now we're down to 206.2.
And then you mentioned that there's 3,000 in repairs. I haven't seen the house. Let's just go with your number.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and we'll change that if we get a home inspection or whatever. But for now, I'm going to go with your numbers.
Okay, so now we're 203.
By the way, Rich, I've never seen this house, but I've seen a lot of deals and a lot of houses in Stockton County. Never have I done a deal where there wasn't some extra cost that I didn't anticipate. Let's just put a column in there for miscellaneous, be it the termite guy found some extra stuff, or the roof guy, or the home inspection guy.
Okay.
So why don't you humor me and put miss here, and let's just add a couple $1,000. I'll go light on you, but let's just put that in there. Let's just put $2,000 in there for the air conditioner that needs replaced, or I'm suspect about your roof, but I'll go with it for now. Now, Rich, if you were able to write a check for the 201, you'd be fine, but you're going to bring in outside financing, be it hard money, private money, whatever. It's not your own capital. So might there be a cost to the money?
I didn't think of that.
Might there be? Yeah. So have you ever done a hard money, private money thing? What's the cost of money these days?
Oh, I heard hard money's 12%.
All right, so let's just use that. I'll go with your numbers. Okay. So that's kind of like a percent a month, isn't it?
Okay, yes.
And might they charge some of these other things that they usually do?
Points?
Yeah. What do they typically get for that? Curious.
Hopefully I could get like 3 points.
Okay. Let's just say you can.
Okay.
Might there be some additional fees that they tack on, which are hidden points?
Yeah,
So might that get it up a little bit?
okay,
So let's, do we use 5? Do we
let's
agree?
use 5.
All right, so let's just take that off reserve right now.
5 points. That's 10, okay.
So let's just take that off.
That's 190.
Okay, so Rich, might we have some, will that lender want payments typically every month?
I hope not.
Will there be this thing called property taxes, insurance, holding costs or anything?
Yeah, there will be.
Okay, so let's work through that. Can we do that?
Sure.
How long do you think it would take to get this value dolled up, then moved out, and find a buyer and close escrow?
Well,
In this market.
realistically, 3 months.
And we're going into the winter, January, February. January's typically a dead month. Would you be okay if we added another month
Sure.
for January? Would that be okay?
Yes.
All right, so let's do that.
Let's do-
So,
So 4 months.
yeah, holding costs, that lender's gonna want their payment. There's gonna be property taxes, insurance. Let's just lump it together, say, make it easy. Let's just say it's $2,000 a month
$2 grand.
with payments, taxes, insurance. So what do we got?
That's 8,000.
Okay. So that's gonna disappear. So what do we got left from the page before? Where are we at so far?
Right here, so 8,000 in holding costs.
And what are we buying it for?
We're buying it for 180.
When we buy it, Rich, help me out. Help me out, Rich. When we're buying it, might there be some additional cost to the 180, like our half of title and escrow, those kind of things?
Yes.
Let's just take a couple thousand in there. We're gonna probably get a binder, so it's gonna be a little bit more. Fred's gotta get his cut, so, it's not cheap.
Okay,
So let's just put a couple grand in there for making it really easy here.
so escrow on the buy,
Yeah. They're gonna want us to split it, pay some of it, right?
180.
So what's our actual acquisition cost versus purchase price?
180.
Our actual acquisition cost
Curious.
is 180,200.
And what are we gonna net when we sell
Oh,
it?
excuse me, no, our actual acquisition cost is, from here, I'm paying 180 and then I add all this up, so
So what are we gonna be left at the end of the day?
$200.